Hi everyone, and welcome to day 20 where we are embracing happiness. We're going to explore what happiness means to us on the mat today, so let's get started.
Let's sit in Sivasana and fold your hands in front of your heart, closing your eyes. Stating to yourself your intention for how you'll embrace happiness on the mat today.
Release your hands back down to your thighs. Allow your eyes to gently open. And then let's see where we are in our bodies, twisting-wise. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist right. And once you've twisted as far as you can, let your arms come down, left hand to right thigh, right hand behind you. And twist a little deeper without cranking too much with the arms. Drawing down through the sitting bones, up through the crown of your head. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Adding the arms. Inhale, center. Let's come on to our hands and knees. So inhale your right leg in the air behind you. So from here, the easiest thing to do is just sway the back, and that's what we want to avoid. So take your low ribs, pull them into your spine, lift up through your low belly, and then extend. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Pull your lower belly in even deeper, and then step your foot right between your hands. Walk your right foot over to the right, so you have room to place your hands to the inside. Lengthening through your spine here. Choose. Okay. Can I go deeper? If you can, bend your elbows towards the back of your mat. Bowing. Maybe coming onto forearms. This is where if you have two blocks, you would put one arm on each block, not trying to put it on just one. And breathe in here into whatever you're feeling. Tuck your back toes under. If you like, you can go a little bit deeper by lifting the back knee. Lower the knee down to the floor. Walk yourself back up to your hands. Left hand goes down underneath left shoulder. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Turning your belly and your heart to the right. This is your expression for happiness. So, do you want to go deeper by extending your right arm across your right ear? Do that if you like. And then if you want, you can lift the back knee off the ground. That's going to depend on how much balance you have. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, left knee comes down. And then right hand comes back to the floor. And step your right foot back to meet your left. Let's go to the other side. So, inhale, left leg lifts. Lift that back inner thigh more. That's going to help keep the big toe straight down. And then exhale, knee to chest. Drawing in so deep that it's easy now to step your left foot between your hands. Left foot over to the left, hands to the inside. So feeling your way into this side, which may be very different. Can you bend your elbows towards the back of your mat? Can you get your forearms to the ground? This is all just fun. Where are your hips today? What feels really juicy? Climb back up onto your hands. Right hand goes down, and left arm goes up as the torso twists to the left. Now, do you want to go deeper? Reach your left arm across your left ear. Palm faces down. Maybe you lift the back knee off the ground. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee down to the floor, hand down to the floor. Step your left leg back to meet your right. Downward facing dog. So make sure first you've got a nice strong foundation here in your hands, rooting through the knuckles of your hands. Then lift your knees off the ground and reach back. So we're doing the same thing we did before. So if this is ever too challenging, just come onto your knees. Otherwise, inhale, lift your right leg in the air, right big toe still pointing down to the floor. And as you lift your right leg up, keep taking your left heel down towards the floor. Stretch. Support the back. Not letting it sway here. And then exhale, knee into chest. And step your right foot right between the hands, however you can get it there. And now from here, walk your right foot over to the right and bring your hands to the inside. Good. Same thing here. We can always come down to our knees. So let's do that first. Let's start on our knee, back knee down. And then, again, you can bow, bend, bring your forearms to the floor. And then, if it's available to you, take your right arm, your right hand goes underneath the right leg, placing it to the right of the right foot. And then you bring the right leg over the right shoulder. So you can take your hand to the back of the calf, pull the low belly in, engage, bow, and then extend through the crown of your head, wherever you are. So you might be deeper today than this. You might be not nearly as deep. You might look at this and go, yeah, no. You're getting a hip opener. You're feeling the openness that you're creating. This is your experience. And then once again, take your hands and place them back underneath your shoulders. And then let's step that right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. From the left leg, lift it in the air. Exhale, knee to chest. Step that left foot through. Hands to the inside. And then bring that knee down to the floor. And then bow. And choose whether or not you're going to bring your left hand underneath your left leg. Left shoulder underneath left leg. Take this left hand back to the inside. And then step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Once you get there, take your feet a little wider than your hips so you have room. And then spin your heels to the right, coming onto the outside of the right foot, inside of the left foot. To get more space here, draw your feet and outer shins in towards the midline. And then from the midline, push out through the inner knee and inner thighs, especially that left inner thigh, all the way up through the sitting bones, through the waistline. Feel that left waistline now lifting away from the right waistline. And lengthen your tailbone down into that space. Inhale back to center. And exhale over to the other side. Heel spin left. And then use your legs to create more space in the hips. Lower legs drawing in towards the middle. Upper legs and inner knees widening. Widen the right waistline up to the sky. And now lengthen through the tailbone down. Into that space you just made for it. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, step your right foot right between the hands. So now walk your right foot over to the right again. We did that before. Hands to the inside. Now you have an option to keep the back leg lifted the whole time. As you bow, and wherever you're at, see if you want to take your right arm underneath, right shoulder underneath the right leg, right hand on the outside of the right foot on the floor. Hands back to the inside. Left knee, draw it down to the floor now. Walk your right foot over to the middle of your mat. Okay. Now, very important to keep the alignment in your foot. So push out through the inner ankle and the inner foot as you roll now onto the outer right foot. So you don't want to sickle the ankle here. No wrinkles in the ankle. And then dig that outer right foot into the floor and towards the back of your mat. And feel a huge hip opener. If it's not huge enough, or if you're ready to go deeper, take your hands a little wider than your mat for space. And then you can, if you like, lift your back knee off the ground. And take your hips, lift them up, and take your heart towards the floor. And then set that down, back knee down, hands back onto your mat, step the right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Look, where are you going? Step your left foot forward. Option to keep the back knee off of the ground as you walk your left foot to the left, hands to the inside. Coming onto forearms or not. Sliding your left arm underneath your left leg. Bring that left leg over the left shoulder if it's available to you. And just notice how this feels versus knee on the ground. Hands back to the inside, back knee down to the floor. Walk the left foot over to the middle of your mat. And you're rolling onto the outer left foot, pushing out through the inner foot, inner ankle. Foot draws down into the earth and pulls back towards the back of your mat. And your outer hip will say, "Ah, thank you. I needed that." If you want more, hands or you can come onto fingertips as you bring your hands off of your mat. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, and bow in deeper. Back knee comes down to the floor. Hands back to your mat. Left foot goes back. Let's stretch it out in down dog. And then knees down. Let's find a nice Sukhasana. So we've done this twist before, but now how does it feel? Take your right hand behind your back, left hand on your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. What's changed since the beginning of practice? Inhale, center. Exhale, the other way. Adding the arms. Just enough. Inhale, center. And now, option to do that again. Or I have other options. So first, we're going to go into Ardha Matsyendrasana, many variations. Left heel into the body. Right foot crosses over the outside of the left thigh, like so. So to show from behind, to show from front first, then behind. Right hand comes behind the back. Left hand can either grab and twist, or you can take your left arm to the front of your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Hand just is finger spread, palm face out. And you're lifting up as you're rooting down through the sitting bone and twisting. So if going deeper is available, you can take the bind. So showing from behind, from front first. The left hand comes underneath right thigh. Right hand comes behind and grabs. Clasp hands. Stay there, wherever you are. So from behind, left hand coming through underneath right thigh. Right hand behind. And then you draw in with your strong abdominals. Inhale, lengthen your heart, twist. Inhale, center. And come to the other side. So your left heel goes in to the body. Left foot crosses over right outer thigh. There. Left hand behind. Right hand either grabs the outer left thigh or you hook your elbow on the outer left thigh. Palm faces out, or you do the clasp. Your choice. Right arm underneath left thigh, and you bow in if you're wondering. You pull the belly, reach the left hand behind clasp, and then you inhale, lengthen, and feel that bubble of enthusiasm, excitement, lifting to happiness. Inhale, unwind. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Let's bend our knees. Roll onto your backs. So your knees bent, feet flat. Cross right ankle over left thigh. And you can choose to stay here. Let's just stay here. And then if it felt okay to do a twist. So roll onto your left outer hip and twist. Choosing to turn your head to the right if that's appropriate. Inhale, center, uncross. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Just getting curious about what do I need to do to reach my left inner thigh away from my body. And choosing to twist if you like, rolling onto right outer hip. Inhale back to center. Uncross the legs. Let your thigh bones get heavy. Closing your eyes. Mentally direct those thigh bones down towards your hamstrings, relieving pressure in your low back. Take your mind to any place that's not feeling comfortable and see how you can release tension just with the power of your mind. Then straighten your legs one at a time, coming into Sivasana. Begin deepening your breath. And bringing small movements into your body. On your next inhale, stretch your arms overhead. And then exhale, arms down by your sides, bending your knees, rolling onto one side, and pressing yourself up to sitting. Closing your eyes once you find that position. Fold your hands together in front of your heart. You can always choose to stay in Sivasana longer. For now, wherever you're at, consider your level of happiness. Where is it compared to the beginning of class? Where do you feel happier? Let yourself just be immersed in that feeling of happiness. Remembering that now that you've found new levels of happiness, you can come back to this at any time. Because you've found it once, you can find it again. And I invite you to take this newfound happiness and put it to work off of your mat. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.